Welcome back to Phoenix Radio, which has been brought to you by Giovannino, JF Navarra & Co, S&J Couture Candles Balmain, Tony Murphy from Merck Capital and Visy Dior Hotels. I'm Celeste Marachi and I'm your co-host. And again, I'm joined by Mr. Giovannino Navarra.
Hello, Celeste. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great. It's got 4 shows.
Yes.
4 shows, and this is our 7th show.
It is.
8th show. Plus, we had other shows that didn't go very well for us due to technical issues.
So probably our 12th show.
That's good. Now, just a little bit about what the radio is all about, Celeste. This is our insight to what we're doing in hospitality, so people can have a better understanding what's going out there. I don't think there's not much information. Everything seems to be Instagram and social media, and I think there's no fusion between parents and children to what's really happening, what ideas are out there. And this is why I started this program, to my expertise in the events industry, and I have a young lady as yourself, Celeste, to be in the studio with us, so we can sort of banter between the both of us to talk about what's actually happening. We've actually been lucky. We had Joanne from Couture Candles talk about the wedding industry here inside the flowers and candles. We've had Stephen Khalil with I believe one of the best wedding designers in the world.
I agree.
That was an inspirational meeting. We spoke to Katrina, what she likes about weddings for the future. Now I actually have the Wonder Twins on the phone.
The Wonder Twins?
The Wonder Twins.
Tell me more.
We have Raquel and Chantelle, which I have inherited into the Visy Dior Hotels, and these are the 2 most beautiful young ladies. I'm so privileged to work with them. They've been so inspirational, the love they have for the hotel itself, and they're part of the coordination team, and we're in the process of reinventing ourselves to turn the Visy Dior Hotel more into a wedding venue, a destination venue, and I'm working along with the young girls. They're brilliant. So hello, Raquel and Chantelle.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
We're doing well. Doing well, John. How are you?
No, I'm good. It's exciting times. I've actually come into the venue and I've shocked the whole system, and everybody's thinking, what's going on here? What does he want? What's he trying to do? What I'm trying to do is I want the best to come out of everybody. It's not about me coming into the venues and I'm the dictator and this is the way it's going to be. It's about everybody working to the best capacity in a creative way, so our clients, our guests, have the best possible experience. I was speaking to Celeste here. She's my co-host, and I was talking about both your individual personalities. Now, Raquel, can you tell me what's the difference between you're both twins? Now, what's the difference between you and your sister?
Oh, actually twins.
They actually are twins.
Oh my God! I thought you meant like Wonder Twins, like
the Wonder Twins. Yeah.
Well, okay, actually twins. All right.
Okay. So, Raquel, please tell me what's the difference. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the hotel and your relationship with working with your sister.
Well, Chantelle and I both started together at the hotel. We both applied originally for the front desk, but there was only one position at the time to be in front office and one position to be down in the food and beverage department. So I chose to go to food and beverage, and Chantelle chose to go to front office. And from there, we've had a 20-year career separate in both separate sections of the hotel that we've worked. And just recently, in the last, I'd say, 18 months, we've joined forces as a duo to work in the sales and marketing division of the hotel.
What's also interesting, Celeste, they actually finish each other's sentences.
I noticed that.
Yeah. Okay, and Chantelle, Chantelle, tell me a little bit about yourself and your relationship with the hotel and working with your sister.
Yeah, so like Raquel said, we've been here for over 21 years. We've both held multiple roles in the property. So I started off again in front office. I've then gone through as a hotel duty manager, front office manager, a revenue manager, and now sales manager. Oh, sorry, I was actually also the rooms division manager as well. So between the two of us, Raquel and I basically held many hats over the years, and we can cover both sides of the hotel. And like Raquel said, now we've come together in the sales team, which has been interesting because we bring 2 different sites to the hotel. So Raquel comes in with the more food and beverage background, and I'm more of a revenue background. So the two of us kind of work off each other and complement that.
Each other,
basically. Yeah, that's why we kind of finish each other's sentences. I think.
Unstoppable duo. I think. Yeah.
We're actually classified as mirror twins.
Yes.
So that's how we're kind of a whole. Do the both of us make a whole? If that makes sense, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's good. And now, Raquel, a little bit about yourself regarding the food and beverage side of it. I'm all about quality of presentation. Everything has to be timed perfectly. Raquel, what would you like? Obviously, there's been a big significant change in the cuisine in the hotel since I've taken over. It's gone to a next level of, with Chef Diane, she's been perfect, and she's trying her best to actually incorporate a lot of my ideas, and I've been given a more free rein to experiment with the food to get to the next level. Raquel, what changes would you like to see happen at events? What level? What's the ultimate level would you like to see? Is it something more authentic? Is it something more classical? Is it more traditional? What do you see? What would you like to see happen?
I think moving forward, getting into what's the trend at the moment within the wedding industry. I think too with quality and quantity, people like to see value for money as well. I think to moving forward, going with more of like interactive and personalised menus, something that the guests can be involved in. If that's like
Can
creating,
you explain that better? Can you
live-
define that better for me? It sounds a bit gibberish to me. But then again, how would you define to the common person? How would they understand that?
I'm thinking more like memorable thing, like creating memorable moments, like live cooking stations that they can interact. Different things, like people are moving away from doing traditional things like traditional cakes and things like that. They're doing like gelato carts and live stations that people can do and come and be interactive with, I think is the norm at the moment. I think too, moving forward with menus, creating menus based on what the client wants, and multicultural menus that we're looking at doing as well, which is a good thing as well. And so more like share platters and well, we're Lebanese as a background, so we're used to sitting down to a table and sharing food and having that experience, which is something which is really a cultural thing as well.
And Chantelle, what would you like to see happening regarding with the actual aspect of the wedding itself, more the creative side of it? What would you see? Which your sister's more the food side of it, which you're more the coordination side of it. You're both very good equally, but I can see your different passions. What would you like to see change within the event spaces themselves?
Oh, so I believe, look, our location, I've always said there's so much potential in the building and our outdoor areas. I'd love to see them come to life with somebody's dream or vision. I think people look at our spaces as what they are, that there's so much potential. So having that wow factor, that experience of like, yes, it's conferencing during the day, but then at night you're like, well, when we have a wedding, it just completely transforms. I see that it's so much potential to do that. I'd love to see a wedding that just completely transforms, if that makes sense, the space. As such, and it definitely has that potential.
And is that something that you offer, like the changing the...
Well, one thing is we have the gazebo area outside. So I've just employed their landscape architect to come in, and we're going to start next week transforming that area. And I was telling Chantelle the other day, I want to start looking at doing nighttime events outside.
Beautiful.
Where while the weather is perfect, we do offer people wet weather options so they can have a function outside. I've actually brought the architect in, so I've actually estimated outside could fit to about 140 guests using round tables. Dance floor in the middle. We'll probably end up putting Fostoon lighting over the top of it, and praying that for perfect weather, it's not going to be too hot or too cold or too windy, so the guests can actually have their functions outside during the event.
Yeah.
However, at the last minute, it happens all the time. If it's going to rain or sprinkle, we still have the the dry weather option, which they can actually have the function room. So we're going to start offering. Chantelle, is there anything you want to expand to that? That was actually your idea.
That's a great idea.
For the outdoor space.
Yes, the outdoor space. I remember you were mentioning it. Chantelle's got the thing that I don't listen to her, but I do. Yeah, so I do listen. She says things, but then she thinks I don't listen to her. So that was something that she brought up. So go on, sorry.
Yeah, I just think our outdoor spaces are very unique for a hotel.
Yeah.
I think we're all used to a hotel in a CBD area that literally doesn't even have their own car park where we do. So, and we've got this gorgeous outdoor space, which is unique, that we can absolutely transform into like an oasis or something. So even though it's at the hotel, it's still very private in terms of how it's been structured. It's a fantastic space that can be used for a private a ceremony, a cocktail party, a dinner. Anything can go out there, basically. It's just a magical kind of hidden space in the business park, which is what I love about it. Yeah. Yeah.
It does have the modern aspect to it, and that's my dream, is to transform the Visy Dior Hotel into an oasis where people can come in. You have this beautiful modern business park. It's so futuristic and lovely, and the people around the area, the demographics of people, it's very family orientated, and there are a lot of great restaurants in the area, and the beautiful lakes and these lovely apartment buildings. It is such a beautiful place to come visit, where you can walk around any time of night and feel 100% safe. And then you have this exclusive spot, which is the Visy Dior Hotel on Columbia Court over there, which is the hotel that I've actually purchased. And Celeste, we are working with Chantelle and Raquel, which I've been very happy to have, and also Amy, which has been absolutely beautiful, and they've been so cooperative, and they try and listen to me. They're trying to decipher what I want, but what I want is that I stand back and they take over the creative aspect. What else do you see? Would you like to see happen over the next 6 months to the hotel itself, Raquel and Chantelle?
The next 6 months, or obviously the way you've been talking, John, has absolutely inspired the team here at the hotel with all your ideas, and hopefully we want to see that come into play. We'd love to see our spaces come to light, for people to see and to know this place as the gem of the business park, or of the Hills District, to have that kind of identity as the place to be.
I can definitely see the vision that the hotel is going for, and I'm really, really excited to see where it ends up. I actually came there the other night for dinner, and I've got to say that the food was incredible. I had no complaints about it whatsoever. How do you try and incorporate that quality food into the events that you'll be holding at the Visy Dior hotels? And how do you make sure that the quality is still there on a larger scale?
So we're obviously lucky to have a great team on site in the kitchen that does both. So as a hotel, you have that team that can work in either the restaurant or the kitchen. So all the event spaces. So by having that one team that is across both aspects of the hotel, you're ensuring that quality. And there's options to really kind of play and with the menus for the events, where you can test them out in the restaurant and then have them in our event spaces, and it just kind of flows through, and you see what works and how we can be creative in different sizes. I mean, we can work in volume in our event spaces, but then how do we then transform that into an intimate dinner in our restaurant? So we can be very dynamic in terms of that, which is something I reckon we can absolutely do easily. Again, which is another probably a strength, or against every other our competitors, if we have that option to do large events and small events, which I think is really important in this market, because not everyone will always want that big event, but let's look at those intimate events as well that are still very important to people. How do we make them memorable?
I was actually going to say it's really, really great that you're adaptable to different people's needs, because a lot of event spaces don't actually have that. You'll find you either go to a restaurant or you go to an event space, but to have them
Yes.
both in one is
Yes.
Well, it's
I
one
can
thing
see the
I
vision.
have to
It's pretty exciting.
go on. Sorry, Chantelle, continue on.
No, I was just saying when, like as I was saying, that yes, we always look at you either have an event space or you have a restaurant. To be able to combine that with accommodation rooms is hospitality gold.
Yeah.
Really, it's a very unique product, so that's very exciting for me.
I've been very fortunate, thank God, that that Chantelle and Raquel and even Amy, they've inspired Amy, which I find that they're very adaptable. So I think it's the what's it called, the multiculturalism within us to be adaptable, and I think that's a bit the magic of the Bella Vista area, the Northwest region, the Hills District, that people find are very open and good-hearted. People, you ask for a favour and they don't say, it's a either very slow no or quick yes, and I like that about the area. And I've noticed one thing about Chantelle and Raquel in particular, how they don't like to use the word no. They want to accommodate to people's needs, and they see a bigger vision for the place itself. And I hope that we can actually build upon that. What's exciting, Celeste, we've actually put a wedding package together. Our multicultural wedding package, which is basically Italian, Aramaic, and is that the correct way of saying Chantelle, Raquel? Aramaic, Lebanese, or is that the way, or Mediterranean?
Arabic.
Sorry?
It's a bit of an Arabic, Mediterranean. Yeah.
What do you like about we'll probably have it finished by today, but what do you like about those packages? How the format of it was basically was put together based on what both of you kept on inspired. I was inspired by what you were telling me, the accommodation, the breakfast and the room. So what do you like about these packages, and why would the brides of today like them so much, and why are they easy to work with?
Yeah, absolutely. It's more, again, stepping away from that standard 3-course alternate serve menu where we're adding in share platters and options to really cater to their needs. It just gives it a more value for money in terms of we're getting all of this. But instead of just a 3-course plated meal, you're getting all these gorgeous platters to accompany the plated courses. And I think it gives a variety for your guests as well, that they think, wow, we're coming to a banquet. And I think from our background too, when we talk about coming to our home, which Raquel and I believe this place is like our home, when we come here, we want to put on a big spread. We want to impress. We want to make sure people leave satisfied. That's basically what was drilled into us from birth. So when we come to these places and our event, what we look at is, wow, like we're really putting on a show. Yeah, that's basically how it is. And I think it's going to be and again, it's very different for this area as well.
It is.
For our offering. Yeah. Absolutely.
So what I've done, I've actually done a package starting from $153 per person, which actually includes three hotel suites with bride and groom. Now, the other 2 hotel suites can either be used either by the bridal party or the actual parents of the bride, parents of the groom. There'll be basically 4 to 5 course menu. If you include all the packages, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Full beverage package will be included in the package. And we're talking about sustainability. We're going to be using a lot of locally produced products. I don't want anything that's brought in from overseas or anything frozen. Even the wines were actually wines from Calabria Wines, which is a really good winery here in New South Wales. Also, I spoke to Chantelle and Raquel about talking about the hotel suites themselves, the premium suites for the bridal party. And also, I think the nice part about it, so she talked about destination wedding. Let's do the destination. Why have... Maybe the celebration can actually continue on, which is what's one good thing about our licensing is, and after the event finishes, people can still go to the bar areas and continue celebrating throughout the night. And then they can later on just retire into the hotel rooms. If there are other guests coming to the wedding, they can actually pre-book the rooms themselves. And next morning, we're actually going to be including Raquel. This is Raquel's idea, was actually to organise a complimentary breakfast for the bridal party.
Beautiful.
The next morning, so everybody can get together. And obviously, we'll be offering the discounts to the actual other guests that are staying there to have breakfast. The celebration continue on the next morning for breakfast leading up to brunch.
I think that is a great
Is there anything
idea.
else you want to add to that, Raquel and Chantelle?
No, I think we've covered everything. I think just keeping it simple and standardised and creating a great experience for everyone, I think that's what we're enduring to do, and I think that's what we'll be able to do moving forward.
All right, these are great times ahead. It's good. Like I said, I'm at a stage that that's why I'm surrounding myself by great people. I have Celeste in front of me. She's a pure inspiration, and Raquel, Chantelle, Amy, the whole team at the Visy Dior Hotel. You've been absolutely perfect, and I want to thank a special shout out to Bulpesh. Wonderful Bulpesh, you're the greatest coordinator of an and thank you for helping us put these packages together, and we're going to be releasing them on social media very, very soon, and that's up to Chantelle. She'll just finish the thing today. It'll be great, and so we can release them. No pressure, Chantelle. No pressure, Chantelle. No pressure, Chantelle. Okay. I hope you love your job, Chantelle. Finished it today. Thank you. All right, guys. Listen, and thank you for being part of my team. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Thank you. We'll be celebrating our new family, with my new family with the Visy Dior and Merry Christmas to all of you, and God bless. This is a wrap for today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Bye. Have a great Christmas.
Bye. You too. Bye.
Thanks. Well, thank you for joining us on Phoenix Radio, brought to you by Giovannino JF Navarra and Co, S&J Couture Candles Balmain, Tony Murphy from Merck Capital, and Visy Dior Hotels. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and we will see you next time.
And a special thank you to Rahul. He's been a beautiful producer. Thank you. You're brilliant, sir, my friend. Thank you so much. And Liam for uploading these shows onto Spotify. And please follow us on Spotify, Phoenix Radio, I believe, and enjoy. God bless.
Bye-bye.